Africans, and
Right.
they would be slandering and insulting us. And that's when I noticed that they were quite fond of using cheetah. They would always say cheetahs, like, "Oh man, I heard them Africans down there, man, boy, I saw in the National Geographic channel. What'd you see, Jamal? Yo, man, they said the white boy was saying that ain't no more cheetahs around. Well, what happened to the cheetahs? They said the Africans, they just ate them. They put them on barbecue.
Cheetah eater. Cheetah eater. They ate
Oh,
him.
Mr. Ola. Oh, they said Obasanjo and Sani Abacha, they ate all the cheetahs. We can't
That
find them.
is
No.
mad.
Wow.
It's
That's crazy.
All right. And these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that, read through these comments. Since we're all up in the FBA ADOS, most of these comments are from that. So we might as well just dive in through it. So this person says, "Sir, please limit the bubble." No. Of course they accuse. Let me just let's see. Okay, this is literally 58 minutes ago. So they've been coming after O'Shea Duke Jackson because he tried to appease both sides, and like we're talking about, people don't like when you are speaking from both sides of your mouth.
Both sides, yeah. They want him to pick the FBA's.
They want to pick a goddamn side so we can know what the hell you belong.
Right? Exactly, yeah.
So anybody question Tariq about the museum donation, get cussed the fuck out, and y'all act as if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, watch that. All right.
Yeah.
So this is a person that's obviously not in favor of Tariq, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about the museum thing?
Mr. Ola, I don't want to sit here and be a front fool. I'm very disappointed in the guy, but he's done very good work for the last couple of years. A lot of us has benefited from, the information that he puts out. Don't get me wrong, he's very charismatic, he's very intelligent. When he announced the museum, I can promise you, Mr. Ola, I was probably the first person to cash app him. I sent him money, and I told him, I said, Tariq, this is from me. This is the money I'm donating for the museum. I was very.
A lot of people are calling you a fool, man, for sending that money.
I'm telling you, Mr. Ola. I'm telling you, because now it's like we're looking at him, and it's like you don't know what he's trying to. You can't really tell what he's trying to do right now. You can't really tell if he's.
No, honestly, I dug in through all of his stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm just as impressed.
Yeah, he's very brilliant. He's a very brilliant guy. I would never take, because that's the thing, Mr. Ola. We got to be careful. In society, diminishing black male excellence is part of white supremacy. Absolutely. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, diminishing what black men are able to succeed, or when black men do something great, they will find any reason to spit on it and to basically say that this is horrible. So I would never take that away from him. Right now, I'm looking at him and I'm like, man, this guy, he's kind of strange. Like, were we supporting him all these years for him to just turn around?
But precisely only just because of the roasting, right?
No, not just the roasting, but it's
what
not
else?
just the.
What else don't you like about what he's doing right now?
I think he's being disingenuous. Some of the things he say it's just lies. I remember one time he said something strange. One time he said, when Malcolm X went into Africa, the African leaders, they didn't want to help him. And I was listening to him like, Tariq, no, that's wrong. That doesn't make any sense. Malcolm X's daughter has a 1-hour interview explaining that the reason her father got killed is because all the African leaders were saying, hey, whatever help that you need, we're going to give it to you. So he mixes up a whole. It's like he purposely does things to make us look bad. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Some of the things that he says, it's like, Tariq, you're going a little too far. And then one of the things lately I've been noticing him is he's talking about, man, this Pan-Africanism thing is one-sided. They don't do anything for us. And I'm like, okay, so what is he talking about? And then he was talking about how he went into Africa, he went into Haiti, And when he was in Tanzania and Zimbabwe, he tried to give some money and set up situations where they can do business in Ghana. And it's like the Africans, we're not trying to give him any attention, and we're not trying to make things easier. And I thought about it first, and I said, there was a Ghanaian lady.
So what I pick out of that, right? You know, because I want to move quick through the comments, right? What I pick out of that is that when you talk too fucking much, you start to lie. Okay.
Yeah.
That's if you don't know when to stop. And he runs like his live stream that's quite long, and then when you start to entangle that up with people's emotions, and you start coming at each other, there's no way lies is not gonna fly out. And I'm not giving excuses for him. In fact, I said that in one of the videos, right? Like, if you keep going, the mission, there's such a great mission that you're trying to accomplish, including the reparations and all this kind of stuff, right? He's gonna get entangled up in this negativity, and the whitey will use that against you and say, see, they don't even know how to unite, right? Mm-hmm. And that's one of the problems. I'm seeing somebody in my backstage says, I am white Jesus. I need you to show your face, and then I'll see if I can bring you up if you show your face first. You can turn your face back off once you come up. All right, so let me go on to so when you're in my backstage, show your face if I can bring you up. All right, good. All right, let's see. So we have so this person says, the thing is, Black Americans aren't all African. We are a completely different group of people. Even West Africans sent here were sold by other Africans. What are your thoughts about that?
At this point, Mr. Ola, anything.
That's just talking points, right?
At this point, you can't even tell what's going on. I met what's his name the other day. I met an African American guy. We were talking about he works for our communications department in at the UN, and I was talking to him, and he said something funny. He said, "Yo, you know something? I'm starting to think. You know what I think, Jay?" I said, "Yeah. What's going on with you, Jamal?" He was like, "Man, I don't think that I ever lived in Africa. My ancestors were there." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I think that my ancestors, they teleported to America."
What?
I said, "What?"
People are going mad.
Hey, Mr. Ola, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just this time is just too much. It's just too much at this point.
Yeah. So somebody, let's see here. We have some live people here hanging out.
Yeah,
with us.
You got some situations in the live chat. Wadia, Makebi.
Wadia, yeah. Wadia, Makeba. One thing you people don't know about us is we don't listen to what everybody say. You people act like we don't know anything. You people make us look at you different by your own actions and words. We heard your loud and clear. All right, thank you. I'm not too sure what that means, but thank you.
I have no idea. Maybe you can come over on a panel and explain yourself. But
yeah. Please make sure clear audio. Thank you, because we're live streaming. Thank you. And when you come on this stage, you waive all your rights to your face and your voice. Okay. I could have sworn that TARIQ Nasheed was an entertainer back in the day. So he full of jokes. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't take it too seriously. So seriously, we know you ain't got no cheetah P on you. Logo cheetah P. Oh
jeez, this cheetah, man. I don't.
Kenneth, you there?
I think he dropped. He dropped
off. Okay, it looks like it's. Okay,
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah. Are you familiar with cheetah P joke?
The cheetah P joke.
So this guy said, I think it was talking about Ethiopians. Is it Ethiopians? What?
He was talking to a Somali guy. He was
one Somali guy. He said he smelled like cheetah pea. Before I saw the cheetah pea, the one that was he said he smelled like cheetah pea. He actually said that to a young lady, a Somalian lady, right?
Yeah. There's a young Somali lady. She's always trolling TARIQ. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so she was trolling too. All right, so there's this dude. He said,
let's have a grown-up conversation. All right, nigger? The floor is yours.
Sir.
Boys aware, llama is only found in South America, not in Asia.
Sir, all the nigger talk, it doesn't matter as long as my clothes don't smell like cheetah pea.
Where the fuck do cheetahs pee? What the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
Your clothes smell like backwards. You have many of them,
I
my
swear he
Where
Hey,
thinks
do
Tariq.
cheetahs
I
pee?
swear he thinks
Cheetahs are
he's
almost
I bet
extinct.
his leaders,
Yo,
his people.
does this
I
guy,
think he's
one second, sister. Does this guy think that Africa's full of wildlife? Like, there's no cheetahs are actually about to become extinct. There's like at least, I don't know, 1,000 in the wild.
The
Dropped out of
cheetah.
high school.
You're right, sir. You're right. The cheetahs are extinct because you ate them.
No,
Oh my
because
God,
black
you're
people
Your
keep
jokes are
doing
so
drills on the
outdated, Tariq.
cheetahs.
You know what your
They
issue
keep
is?
riding out
Your
of
issue
them.
is you can't be a. One second, what do you?
Do you
Yo,
know
one
how
second,
dumb you fucking sound right now?
Don't eat cheetahs.
Yo,
nigga.
what do you? 1 second, bro. Yo, listen.
Bro, how-
The guys, he said all the cheetahs went extinct, right?
Because they
He said because they ate all the cheetahs. He said you cheetah eater.
You say you
Have they perceived cheetah pee before?
I know, hey, Mr. Kenneth. I say, hey, you know, let me tell you something, Mr. Ola. The level of ignorance is too high. I remember when I was when I first moved here from Ghana, and I was in middle school or elementary school, and one African American came up to me. He said, "So it must have been very difficult when you were in Africa." I said, "Why?" He said, running away from all the lions and the tigers all the time."
What the hell?
I said, hey, I the first time, and I told him, I said, listen, Dre, the first time I saw a tiger was at the Brooklyn Zoo. I've never seen a tiger before. I don't know what tigers look like. I've never seen a lion. He said, what do you mean? I thought y'all was just riding on elephants and eating up all the cheetahs over there
Wow.
in Africa.
Wow.
The cheetah thing is actually quite normal. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of African Americans used to say that to us, that we used to eat up all.
Really? So that's one of the reasons.
That's where Tariq got it from. That's where Tariq got it from, because when they're amongst each other, they say things like that. When they're amongst each other, they say things like that. When you grow up around them, after a while, they can't tell. If we were standing next to each other, Mr. Ola, and I never told you that I was Ghanaian, you would never notice. I can code switch.
I mean, even from hearing your voice, I've been around I could probably pick it up after a few sentences, but I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So when you spend time around them, they never kind of quite notice that you're not African. So when I'm sitting in a room and I could hear them when we were in high school, they would be making certain jokes about Africans, and they would be slandering and insulting us. And that's when I noticed that they were quite fond of using cheetah. They would always say cheetahs, like, oh man, I heard them Africans down there, man, boy, I saw in the National Geographic channel. What'd you see, Jamal? Yo, man, they said the white boy was saying that ain't no more cheetahs around. But what happened to the cheetahs? They said the Africans, they just ate them. They put them on
Cheetah eater. Cheetah eater. They ate them.
Oh, they said Obasanjo and Sani Abacha, they ate all the cheetahs. We can't find them.
That is mad.
Wow. That's crazy.
All right, watch this, right? So they came for O'Shea, man. And O'Shea came in and showed me a lot of love in the comment area. I don't know how he stumbled into it, but, I also cover manosphere topics. So maybe that's how. But then, like, it was like the second commenter on this video. And then a bunch of people came out of nowhere. And then, look, O'Shea is capped. He's all over the place with his Babu rhetoric. It's too much contradiction, especially when he's trying to play both sides. Just be honest, it wins every time. That's a lie, by the way. Just be honest, actually, in a lot of ways, lose all the time. And I'll explain that if you need me to. And yes, the truth offends people. Well, if you're offending people, that's actually the key factor here. If you're offending people, right? It's like people that say, I'm just brutally honest. The brutally part, right? That's what we should put attention on, right? You're brutal, right? And if people come around you and they feel like you're brutalizing them, they're not going to come around you unless they want to offend you, right? Even though you are speaking the truth. And I can't take away from your idea of truth. Whatever you think truth is, you're right. Right? You're right. You have the right to be right?
Very true, Mr.
But truth is a function of time. Only time catches truth.
Exactly.
We're all full of shit. Let's be clear. All of us. My idea of truth right now is a function of my experiences. all
Very
my
true.
moral standard, all my moral compass, which is usually bullshit because it's full of my filters and it's full of my lens of life or my feelings or whatever my agenda, my personal agenda is, right? So when people say, oh, truth offends, like, no, you're offensive. Oh yeah, I'm just a blunt. No, you're just rude. You're just rude.
True.
I know what blunt means.
Yeah.
You want to be rude, you want to eat your cake and have it too, and you want to,
True.
and you have the need to be right, and you want to be right. You know what? You have the right to be right. But when you create results where people don't want to be around you in your personal life, because again, if you're building a platform, you may be negative and build 1 million subscribers. I get that. That works all the time. But when it comes to your personal life, the only thing that actually matters over time, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself. You know. So yeah, that's that with that whole truth nonsense. So just be honest wins every time. That's bullshit. No, the people that are winning all the time, unfortunately, up to now is the whitey. Is it because they're honest? No, it's because they have the power, right? That's it. They have the power, and
But-
we unfortunately we are feeding off of it right now.